Fresh from the showcase at SwissWatchExpo. If you're looking at these watches in front of me and you've been subscribing to the channel, you should know exactly what I'm about to show you. Two of the most desirable watches on the market today. We're talking Patek Philippe Aquanauts in stock and ready to ship. The youngest, the arguably most popular sports watch in the finest of all Swiss manufacturers, Patek Philippe, the Aquanaut. I think their most beautiful sport model. I certainly prefer this to the Nautilus, although that is definitely a pretty controversial opinion to have. Two beautiful ones that we have in stock, and this is a rarity, both 5167 references. And go ahead and look online at the time of this viewing. I'm pretty sure we're the only dealer online that can safely say we have both of these in stock and ready to go. And if you haven't seen these in person before, they are absolutely as beautiful and they live up to the hype. The first one is this beautiful 18 karat rose gold model. This is sort of in keeping with the original design of the Aquanaut. It does have the beautiful sort of Gerald Genta inspired round shape bezel here. Not an actual dive watch, but definitely more of a sport watch without the rotating bezel. But this is still something very elegant. Even though apparently it's been marketed as very much the hip casual watch, I still think this is a very elegant piece, true to form to Patek Philippe, if you haven't seen it before. It does come with the beautiful two-way action like butterfly style clasp here, which really looks incredible. And of course you get the Patek logo when you put them together as well. The texture on the rubber strap that this came with, and the original Aquanaut did come on a rubber strap. The first time Patek ever did that. This has been sort of this pattern here, which is consistent with the motif pattern on the dial, has been pretty much consistent from the inception of this model. It is absolutely incredible. And of course, if you're spending this much money on a Patek Philippe, you are going to want to look at the beautiful movement back here. And this one is no different. An absolutely incredible reference here. A beautiful yellow gold rotor, which actually does not clash with the rose gold case. When other watch manufacturers do this, I really find it to be quite awkward looking when the rotor's a different color gold than the case itself. This one I really don't mind, but this is Patek Philippe, so of course they know exactly what they're doing. I wouldn't expect them to make any mistakes with this model at all. And then finally, my favorite, the one that people absolutely have been clamoring for, is the 5167A on the steel bracelet. It looks so effortlessly beautiful on the steel bracelet that it's hard for me to believe that the original Aquanaut was only on the rubber strap. This pretty much seems like an instant hit the second they designed this bracelet. And it's incredible to think that it took so long for something like this to come to market. The dial is essentially the same, but this is going to be more of a slate gray. I get a little bit of copper here too. This dial is incredibly rich. And depending on when the light hits it, you can see so many different colors here. The raised Arabic numerals, again, this is definitely, I think, the most modern aspect of this watch is the raised Arabic numerals on this dial, but they are super bright. Really, really legible, especially at this 40 millimeter case. Not a massive watch by any measure, but at least by Patek Philippe standards, I think this is a very large sport watch for what you would expect from them. And again, just like this, just like the other ones, the clasp does work in a similar way with the deploy, and you do get the logo here where the two pieces meet. And again, the same movement, they didn't do really anything different as well, although you do still get the yellow gold rotor. This one a bit more contrast against the case back, but of course, I have a feeling you're going to know if these Aquanauts are in your budget. Whether you're going to go for the steel or the rose gold one definitely depends on what holes there are in your collection. But this one is going to fill a pretty massive void in whatever collection it gets added to. This will be, either of these pieces will be an absolute crown piece of anyone, and probably the higher end of just about anyone's budget who's going to be shopping on our website. So of course, I don't want to put off anybody who might be looking for a more reasonably priced piece. These are certainly one of the hardest to get watches on the market today, but really they live up to the hype in so many different ways. But of course, if your budget is Patek Philippe Aquanaut, if your budget is Calatrava, if your budget is any of the other brands that we have on our website, we've got hundreds of pieces and we're adding dozens more just today alone. I'm so excited for the new videos that we're going to be coming out with in the coming weeks. So subscribe to this channel if you haven't already so you can catch them when they drop, and give us a call to get your next timepiece at SwissWatchExpo.com.